those away.
Oh.
Okay, okay, okay.
I could probably hold one.
Okay.
Well, as I look around the room, I see some people who are part of the favored few, born late 30s to early 1950s. If you fit that group, you know, we're the luckiest people that probably ever lived. Why do I say that? Because post-World War II, we had unlimited growth. We had all kinds of innovation. We had expansive social involvement through clubs of all kinds. And we had, and continue to have, a stable world. It was pretty nice. And out of that social involvement, 1955, the American Academy of Environmental Engineers was created. The first specialty certification in engineering. The medical profession did that before us, going back to 1907. Professional licensing for engineers came along in the 20s, but it was not universally accepted as it was in the medical field. And sanitary engineers were blessed, as we would call it then, not environmental, were blessed by our close association with the medical profession. In the old days, the Public Health Service was the EPA. And that structure, starting at the federal level, was replicated by states and by cities of certain sizes and a few counties. And everybody followed the example from Washington, probably for the betterment of everybody involved. If we fast forward to today, everything that we had no longer exists. Growth, we have a lot of growth. But we don't have a stable world. We don't have organizations. Every organization that existed in the 50s and 60s, if they still exist today, is struggling with, quote, membership. As some of you know, I've been long involved with the car hobby. And today there are more people interested in the car hobby who are not affiliated with any club or organization than are car hobbyists affiliated with some organization, whatever your flavor, whether it's Jaguars or Aston Martins or Buicks or Cadillacs or whatever. All of them are struggling for membership. But the people that we used to join with us, all they do now is fire up their computer, or more recently, they don't even know what a computer is, they use their phone. And they're looking for whatever information they want. And I try to continue to follow the construction world. It's no different. So, a couple of things that I will share with this group that I think are important to you. The regular way we've been doing business, whether it's education or licensing, accrediting programs, is too slow for today's growth. And it's very difficult to communicate with people that might benefit from our services. The good news is about the only thing that can keep pace with all the revolution in technology is certification. Because certification probably can expand, scratch a need faster than any other form of credentials. Charlie Wiles, some of you may know, and his organization back in the late 80s, he was creating programs at the drop of a hat. If there was a new specialty in his area, all of a sudden he had one. He had a certification program. He gave us at CESB headaches because we didn't think he was doing it right. Well, you can still do it right, but you can also do it fast. And so there's so many different specialties. How about integrated networks for sports stadiums? That's a specialty. How about genetic engineering for medicine? It doesn't make any difference what it is. And also the professions are being challenged by big business. Engineering, as I knew it, no longer exists. When I started, engineering firms were small. Even the biggest ones were probably less than 100 people, maybe a couple hundred. A lot of sole practitioners. Engineering educators didn't necessarily have research grants. They worked in the summer doing real engineering, not teaching. And so now we have engineering firms that employ 40 or 50,000 people. There's a big disconnect. But young people seeking to get a job look favorably upon certification. It's one way that they can easily get something that says, maybe I know what I'm talking about. And I overheard Dan talking earlier about his students. Their time horizon is tomorrow. They don't have time to have 4 years of practice and then take an engineering license exam. Medicine, it's even the longer haul. So certification can respond if people that run certification programs get excited and provide a credential for whatever it is. The other thing that I believe, or come to believe, is the only way to communicate with people that are 35 and younger is social media. And you can have all the social media sites that you can dream up in this room, and you can't compete. Nobody will see your site. So my epiphany is that whatever it is, so like with my Cadillacs, we have to find people that are social media influencers. People that have big audiences in social media, whatever big is in your arena, and feed those influencers information. Anybody here edit a magazine? Well, one of the things I learned editing a magazine for 20 years, and I'm still involved in writing for some publications, is that everybody wonders, how do I get an article published? Well, the dirty secret is the guy on the other end is usually looking for material. 9 times out of 10, they're staring at a deadline, whether it's weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, or whatever, they need material. So I think that if you have messages to provide to your area, if you feed that to your favorite influencers, or influencers plural, that you would stand a chance of getting your messages out. And that's a way to feed a well-developed website, which has useful information, whatever that might be. So if you're selling certification, your message is, we're gonna give you a credential that's super duper. And we've got an exam, it's graded by AI. You take the exam at 1 o'clock and we'll have your results by 6 p.m. or whatever. The idea is people are looking for something. In my world, people are looking for parts. They're looking for, how do I do things? I want to buy a car. Where do I find a car? This car I want, is there any problems with it? Was it a dog in '57 when it was made, or was it well made? Whatever, they're looking for information that can help them individually. So, I think that's the way we're going to go. I don't like it. Not my cup of tea. But to me, that's the only way we're going to survive the chaos that's ahead. We joke about Mr. Trump, and a lot of wise men, more wiser than I, have said, buckle up and hold on for the ride. So, I think this organization can survive, or it may be consigned to the dustbin of history if you keep doing the way we've been doing in the past. Both in operating the program and getting the message out. In my days with CESB, we had a hell of a time getting the message out. And we did it mostly one-on-one. Sometimes it was effective, sometimes it wasn't. I thank you for the award.
Thank you.